Hi friends, and welcome to the long-awaited how to take photographs video. I love this video. I'm going to teach you everything I know about taking really great photographs that will really showcase your item, not be distracting, and just create a crisp, clean environment for people to value your closet and be willing to pay a little extra to have something nice and clean over something cheap and kind of dirty. So in Poshmark, it is to your benefit to go through and share other people's items, because then those people will go and share your items. And we'll go over that on my eBay versus Poshmark video. But as I go through and share other people's stuff, or I'm even just looking around for pricing and looking at sold listings and whatnot, there's a lot of really terrible photographs. Now, I am not going to call out anybody and anybody else's shops. I'm just going to recreate what not to do. Taking your clothes and putting them flat on the ground. I mean, if that's your only option, do it, but try to do it in a way where you don't see any shadows. So this with you clearly see the shadow of like you holding your cell phone over the shirt. That looks bad. Don't do that. You can take a photo without that happening. And the way that you achieve that is by where you place your light. If the light is behind you and you're standing over a shirt taking a picture, it's gonna cast a shadow. But reversing it and having the light source here, the garment on the ground, and you over here taking a picture down at the garment won't cast a shadow. Now, I still don't recommend doing that, but if that's all you have, that's the only space that you can take a good quality photo, then do it. But try to think strategically. No shadows. No shadows of your body. Like, there's no part of you that should be in a photo. Sometimes that cannot be avoided. Sometimes. Like if you're doing purses, that's really hard to take a picture of the inside of a purse without, seeing like some part of your hand. But it should never be on your cover photo. Ever, never, ever, ever, never, ever, ever, never, ever. Okay, another thing is taking pictures of something where you're facing the light, like this. Don't do that either. It looks bad. It looks really bad. First of all, your camera is gonna be auto adjusting to correct the brightness. So it's gonna make your garment look way darker than it is, okay? Don't do that. And instead, again, flip it around. It would be better to have your light source, say like, here's a window. Have your garment here, and then you here. I'm not making the devil sign. The light is going straight onto the garment. You might have a little darkness over here on this side, but that's more professional looking than having your shadow, the shadow of your body cast onto the garment. It looks bad. So I will actually go over how to stage these things in my own home. So you'll see a little piece of my home. What's another thing not to do? Oh, on your bed. Your bed is for your sleeping. This is never an acceptable way to take a picture of clothing. Don't do that. Oh my dear, do not do that. It looks gross. Whenever I see a pair of pants or a shirt laying on somebody's mattress, like their fitted sheet, and you see like their blankets are like pushed aside, to me, I'm like, gross. They put this item, who knows if they washed it on their bed, when was the last time they washed their sheets? I don't know. I understand I'm a little bit of a clean freak. Okay, a lot of one. But I mean, what gives you a better sense of, oh, that's a nice clean product? This or this? I really just don't know what to say. Like, don't do that. Your bed should never be a factor. Nobody should ever see your bed in any of your photos, no matter what you are taking a picture of, unless you're going to get into selling pillowcases. fine. Make your bed, put the pillowcases on the pillow, take a picture, fine, I will give you that. If you're doing shoes, it should not be on your bed. If you're doing kitchen appliances, your bed should be nowhere near these objects, okay? So just stay away from your bed. Just hanging on the back of a door. Okay, so here's the deal with this. So if you don't invest in getting a mannequin, and that's fine. If you just don't have the money to do that, don't do that. I didn't do it. But until then, if you have to hang up your clothing, that's fine. If you have to use the back of your door, don't use the handle, okay? It looks bad. Use one of the little drop-down hanger things, like this. I got one at Walmart for like $3. Use that to go on the back of the door. Use the same hanger for all of your products. Don't use a green one here, a white one there, a pink one there. Just get a white hanger, a plain, simple white hanger, and use that. Now, if you cannot afford a backdrop, that's okay. I just wanted to do some explaining of what to and not to do, and then I'll show you practically how to do that and what it looks like. If you are able to go ahead and invest and get yourself a lighting kit, good for you. If not, that's okay. Whenever it comes to the actual taking of photos, I'll film myself and then we'll go through how to edit. Editing is really, really, really important. I'll go ahead and talk about that now. Whenever it comes to photo editing, there's 2 apps that I use. One is called Photo Room. I love Photo Room. You can use the free version. I pay, I think it's $4 a month to have the professional one, but you don't have to do that. You can just use the free app and it works just fine. I am a little fussy, so I want a few extra features. This app, you'll be able to remove all the background, and that is so helpful. It takes care of shadows. You'll be able to have it look perfectly white background. Or you can choose to have, you know, a background of sorts if you want. Now, I personally like the look of having, you know, stuff in the background, even if it's like faded out or whatever. I love it. I love the look of things that are staged. However, every time I've done that, I have not sold as much as whenever it's just a flat white background. And it makes you look more professional. It makes you look like you know what you're doing, because you can create this photograph where it looks like it was done in a studio. It's great. And I really suggest that you do that. So Photo Room, easy app, free. You can upgrade and pay the monthly thing to get the extra features. The extra features include, it didn't pull out all of the backing, so you're able to go in there and do some touch-ups. I really enjoy that. And to me, it's worth the extra $5 if I'm going to make significantly more by having excellent photos. The second one is called Pick, Tap, Go. I love this app. It's completely free. I don't use the paid version at all. And what it's going to do is you're going to be able to show various levels of brightness. And this is what you want. Whenever you take a photo, just plain old photo, how often does it just not represent the true colors that you're seeing? So you need to be able to edit that. You do not want to misrepresent your item. You don't want that. You want to be able to give people an accurate representation of whatever it is that you're going to be selling. Okay, so there's a variety. There's lightning, there's remove shadow. I always do the remove shadow first, because if there's any shadows anywhere, I want to get rid of them. So removing shadow, saving it, and then going in with the different contrasts, whether it's autocorrect, lightening it, darkening it, whatever it is. You want people to be able to look at that picture, and then whenever it comes in the mail to them, it's the same thing. It's as close to the same color as possible. Sometimes that is just not possible, and that's okay. Just make a note of it in the descriptions. People are okay with that if you tell them, but do your best to use the filters to get the most accurate color of your garment. And here's the other thing. Do that for all the photos that you take of your garment. I have seen, and even myself, I've done this too, before I realized about Pick, Tap, Go, was all of my pictures look the same, and anytime I would do a close-up, it would turn a different color than what you would see on the main cover photo. Try your best to get all of your photos to match the same color. Sometimes that just isn't possible. And that's okay, people will understand. But just make a little note, say, zoom in photo, color looks washed out. I wanted to point out the missing beads. People are okay with that, okay? It's just, honesty and integrity is something that you really wanna build up for your brand, for your closet. People wanna know, oh, I've bought from that person before. They did an excellent job. Like, I got exactly what they described. It's the same color. It has all the features that they said. You want to build up a good reputation for yourself so that way people know, associate your store with quality, and you'll get repeat customers. That's the goal. That's what you want. So we have what directions to not take photographs. We have what directions to take photographs with different lighting features. A couple things that you can buy, but you don't have to. If you just do not have the money to go out and buy one of those little things that go over the door to hang something, that's okay. Just do the best you can with what you got. And I will go through and show you real time in my house, different places around the house, that if you have to use the floor, if you have the best place in your house that has the best light is by your bay window, I'm gonna show you how to do that, and then what it looks like to edit those photos. So this one's gonna be kind of a long one, guys, but it's an important one. All right, ready to go take our first photos? Let's do it. All right, friends, so as you can tell right now, I look horrible, okay? See all that light coming in? It makes me look so dark. I mean, it's like blaring bright, and it's not even that bright outside. Like, I live in the Pacific Northwest. It is overcast right now, but look at how bright it is. Do you see that? So whenever you're taking photos like that, like even me just coming closer, see, it changes the color. Just don't do it. I'm going to take a photo. I'm using my iPad to film instead of my phone. I'm gonna go ahead and take a photo, and I'm gonna show you what it looks like. So that's gonna pop up there, and then I'm gonna go to my photo editing software. Edit, Pick, Tap, Go. And even removing the shadows, it still looks really, really bad. Like that. Now if I go back in again to Pick, Tap, Go, because that's going to be your #1 place that you go, and then I brighten it, like on its fullest, brightest thing, that's what it looks like. It still looks like trash, right? It just does. Let's be honest about it. So don't do that. Now, let's go in a different direction. I'm going to put it over here where it gets some of the light, but not all of the light, and see what it looks like. The garment was there. So you can even tell if there was that stuff in the background because it was just so bright coming through. Now, moving this way. Oh, look at how beautiful that is. It looks great. And yes, there is a shadow, but you can edit that shadow out. This is going to produce a significantly better quality photo for you, more sellable. So I'm going to go ahead and take some photos and then edit them and show you what they look like. All right, so hi. See, look, even I look significantly better with this light coming at me than from being behind me. All right, so here we go. And you can see, using my phone, just my iPhone, taking a nice clear photo. Now, something I haven't gone over yet, but I'm gonna now, is the different angles that you need to take pictures of your garment. you can go to my eBay and my Poshmark and you will see all of my photos are uniform. They all follow the same pattern. So front, back, each of the sides, if you're using a mannequin, each of the sides, and close-ups, tags. You're gonna see the exact same thing for all of my listings. And it pays to have more photos than less, because I guarantee you the one photo that you don't have is going to be the one photo that people are going to request. It's so annoying. And whenever I'm looking at things, you know, and there's only one photo, I'm far less likely to buy it if there's only one photo. I don't want to see one photo. I want to see all the photos. So I'm going to go ahead and show you what I would do if I didn't have a mannequin to photograph this, okay? So I already did this one, but I'll do it again. I'm going to do this, then I'm going to walk up close. And then I'm going to do a slight side angle of the bust. Then of the skirt. I'm going to do that and twist it. There we go. So they'll see that. They're going to see. And this is just a tack on the wall, guys. I'm using a tack. Like, you don't have to have big nails. You don't have to have big nails. You don't have to have whatever. All right, and then the back. Do a side close-up angle of the back, and if I can, I'll get a really good thing of the print, so that way people can see a close-up of the print. If you can, get a good one of the cups inside. And just try different angles. Oh, maybe even, nope, not that. See, you just have to mess with it and try to see what, you know, will get a good photo. I think doing this will suffice. You always, always, always want to do a close-up of the tag, and this is the one time that seeing your fingers is okay. Because otherwise, you know, if you can do it without, super finger. But you always want the washing instructions, the size, and the washing instructions. If you're going to be doing a mannequin, it's the same thing. All right, now we're gonna move on to if you have to use a door. Okay, so we're by my front door. Ta-da! I have a beautiful front door. It's beautiful. You can't really tell because of the angle, but it's a beautiful door, but not for taking photographs. It's actually terrible for photographs. Well, I do have excellent light. Right in my entryway is this big bright light, which is great, but it's not my favorite. It is what it is. If this is the only place that has like the best light for you, then do it. Because I have this up here. If your door is solid and this is the best place for you to take pictures, do it. But because my door has this up here, this window, it looks atrocious. And let me take a photo and show you. All right. This is how it comes through. And even editing it, edit, pick, tap, go, filters, shadows, taking off the shadows, it still looks like that. And then even running it through photo room where you remove all the background, even that, save. Well, I'll put it right there. It still looks bad. It looks washed out. It's gross. Now, if I had to do this lower, where I didn't have that light coming through, it would probably be okay. Not my favorite, but it would probably be okay because it's the best place with the most even amount of light. Okay, let's go to just a regular door. All right, so we're here. Back that way is my front door. So you come down the hall, there's another light over there, and then there's this kitchen light. You can already tell one's yellow, one's white. It's not the best thing in the world. if that's what you got, then that's what you got. So I'm gonna try to help you no matter what you got, all right? So I went ahead and put my little door thing on up here. Go ahead and put your garment. Now, if you have white doors, you're golden. I hope that's true for you. But if not, if you're like me, you have wood doors and they're beautiful and you don't want to paint them, even though I love painting things, my kitchen's blue. You just do what you got to do. Now, I have the misfortune of having my refrigerator right here, so I only have about 3 feet to take a good photo. So all my photos are going to be kind of at an angle. I'll do my best. We'll see what comes out of this, all right? So you can kind of see that I'm kind of just putting my camera as in front of the garment as my arms will allow, that I can still take a photo. All right? That's not that bad. Looks like this, yeah? So you don't want to take pictures from different angles. Try to keep things as consistent as possible. I cannot stress that enough. You're going to want to take all of the same views that you did with the first one. So even though I have wooden doors, whenever I put that photo into Pick Tap Go, it still does a pretty good job of getting rid of the door background. Now I will say, with the professional version, I can go in and cut out the hanger. So that way, okay, so I can go in with the hanger and I'll videotape me doing this. Here, I'll do it right now. Okay, so I can go in and get rid of the hanger. So that way, what's left is just the swimsuit. So that makes it look even more professional looking, not even having the hanger. I do it all the time. All right, save. So this is what it looks like without the hanger. See how that, I mean, to me, it just took seconds. And to me, making my photos look that much better, you can actually put a price on it because it is going to make your product look better. So if your only option is to use the floor, it's okay. It's not my favorite, but it's okay. So you're going to want to lay out your garment at an angle like this. You're going to come around and you're going to want the photo to be like this. You don't want to stand like this over it where you can see my shadow. You want to be where the lights are behind you, and this is what you'll see whenever you take your photo. Ta-da! It looks so much better with the umbrella lighting than nothing. And again, if you can't afford that, it's okay. Just find a plain space on your wall, put the umbrella lights up, and photograph your garment. It'll just add and enhance things. It doesn't take me as long to edit photos whenever I have proper lighting over not. You know, and until you're able to do that, then that's just what you do, and it's okay. But whenever you are able to afford to get a lighting kit, it's really, really going to be helpful and drive up your sales. Trust me, because I tried really hard not to use them, and I tried hard to use different backgrounds and do all this different stuff, and my photos look awful. Like this looks bad. And I was like so in love with that background. I loved it. And my mentor was like, have you thought about just doing a white background? I'm like, no, I like backgrounds. Don't take my backgrounds away from me. But whenever I stopped using it and just started doing white backgrounds and using Photo Room, my sales went up a lot. So don't be precious about your backgrounds. Don't do what I did as far as being stubborn of like, I want a certain look because I like it. Well, just because I like it doesn't mean everybody else likes it. And the proof is in the pudding with my sales. So do the best you can with what you got. But if you can, just a plain nothing in the background, up against a wall, use a tack and a hanger, or if you are able to get a mannequin, great. If you have lighting, use it, and you just have to play around with it to get it to do different things. Like if I move my umbrella lighting like this, like if I was a garment, it would look better because it would look brighter. But me as a person, it looks way worse. Not that I'm super great to start with, but we won't talk about that. Whenever I'm filming, I have the umbrellas pointed at me, but whenever I'm doing garments, I actually have the umbrellas pointing away, so that way it casts more light to the garment instead of buffering the light. You just have to play around with your lighting and with your camera and the filters that you have. And I would recommend just taking some pictures, random pictures wherever you can, and playing around with the photo editing software. I'll go ahead and in the bonus area put a couple videos of how to use PicTapGo and how to use Photo Room. It won't have my voice or anything. It'll just be just like how you looked up sold listings, just filming my screen, going through the steps, where to click, how to zoom in and out, and just how to use the tools, and that should be able to get you going on photographs. All right, ready for the next step, which is writing descriptions and taking notes of things.